going back to that point you said about like if you get the whole map at the start, you would never fucking start.
Never.
Like, and this is something that, as I've played with this path for years, it becomes more and more true. So like anytime that part of me comes up that's like, I need to know the entire unfolding, I'm like, no, you don't. Because if you were to know, it would freak you out. Like the magnitude of it would freak you out so much that you would never fucking start. And that's because like the magnitude of the vision and the path, it highlights who we're actually here to fucking be.
We're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. No one's letting you forget in the club. That is for fucking sure.
Are you in lots and lots of pain? How bad is the pain? Fuck you fucking asshat.
Having fun dancing in the floor.
Number one, why am I calling you? Number two, you ruined everything.
Oh, so good. Oh my god. You know how we normally meow? Like that was kind of like a dog noise that you just made. Y'all won't hear that because it wasn't recording, but
I was totally like Arsenio hauling. Like...
Yeah, you were.
I'm so happy to be back.
So happy to be back. So happy to be back. I mean, y'all don't know this, but we both have been on adventures for the last week. And so this is our first like coming back together, which it feels like it's been an eternity, but in all reality, it's been a week. But in Club Unhinged world, a week is an eternity. When you are not around the zing of your aligned people, like it can feel like a lot. So we're just super fucking stoked to be back, everybody.
And like, how many places did we visit in a week? Like, I'm curious where you stopped through, but I'm like, I just came from Costa Rica, Calgary, Miami. No, that's it. Costa Rica. Yeah, but like multiple places in Costa Rica, Calgary, Miami, Vancouver. And it feels like I've like gone around the world fucking 3 times and back. And like the amount of climatization and like fucking just shit I've been through. And you, like Nashville, like where the fuck were you?
Yeah, like we flew from Vancouver to Edmonton to Minneapolis to Nashville. And then our first, like the day that we were supposed to leave, our flights got canceled. Eventually, literally at the fucking airport for, I don't know, 8 hours. It's delayed, and then it's canceled. So our rescheduled flight went from Nashville to Atlanta, and then Atlanta back to Vancouver. Or we would have flown through Toronto as well. But like Toronto was just, I guess, the no-fly zone. And the U.S. just wanted me to stay. This is the thing I'm taking away from this situation. This happened the last time I went to Nashville. The U.S. just wants me there. I can't help it. I'm not going to fight reality.
Nashville's calling you, not just like Miami was calling me. It was like, Toronto was like, I'm sorry, you can't come today. Miami was like, treat yourself. Come on down. The price is right. Come down to the sun and the beach. Come on.
Yeah, stop resisting the evolution of you, which is what we're going to talk about today. And like part of that is like stop resisting the flow of reality. Like reality is going to take you where it wants to take you. Your higher self is trying to make these adjustments on a constant basis. And then we're stuck in this spot of like, no, but this is how my mind wants it to go. Or like, that's uncomfortable. Or like, I'm going to have to sit in the unknown. Like, how am I going to do that? And so we like pump the fucking brakes on our dreams. And then we stay in this little cage of mediocrity. And we wonder why we're fucking miserable.
Damn. Just tell me what you really think about that. It's so true. It's so true. It's like, as you were speaking, I was getting the image of a current. It's like life is trying to always pull you in the directions that you're meant to go. And so often when shit doesn't go our way, we get all fucking sad Sally, fucking turbo cranky, and we're like, it's not going this way. Like, there's 2 options. You fucking roll with what is, and you make the best out of it, and you see it for what it is, and you keep yourself open to opportunities. Totally. Or you go full fucking... like Rachel resistance to everything, and then you're just in a fucking jammer. And it's just, again, Rachel, I love you, but it's like we really do. We fight the flow. We fight the flow so often. It's like our brain has this idea of what it's supposed to look like and how it's meant to go. And the minute it doesn't, we can get fucking all sorts of triggered. And I just led a retreat, and I can't wait for you and I to lead. I've got like so many downloads. I can't wait to tell you about all the fucking retreats. But I was just leading a retreat, and I said multiple times to the participants, I was like, listen, you're gonna get fucking triggered during this retreat. I said, because your mind has an idea of what this retreat is supposed to look like, what we're meant to do, how I'm meant to act, how other people are meant to act. And my ask is that you like lean back and you trust during this week. You trust the flow, you trust the process. And it was so funny, people being like, this happened and this happened. And like, again, it's like to bring the best by the end of it, it was like landed the plane, everyone's fucking pumped, like so happy. But again, you could see how the brain was like, this is how this week's supposed to go. This is how, just like you and I with our flight, this is how this is meant to go. This is where we're meant to be at this time. And the universe is like, haha, bitch, I got different plans. Yeah, and because we're practicing every single day dancing in the unknown, right? Like we have to practice. This is what you and I think teach really well in the club, is around holding that time under tension in the void, holding that time under tension in the unknown. Because if you can fucking do that without getting all bent out of shape, life delivers the most fucking magical experiences that you could have never planned. You could have never orchestrated. The universe is like, let me surprise and delight you fucking all day. Let's go.
All day. And this is like a big piece of how I decided to live my life when I moved to Vancouver. It was very much like being led by that magic, and like the first big thing that I did that kind of ran counter to my conditioning, counter to the expectations that other people had of me, or even that I had created for me. And so ever since I've moved here, like I've been really playing with that energy. And the more you play with it, the more you can play a bigger game with it. So, the things that I was kind of following the flow with when I first moved to Vancouver are very different than the things that I'm following the flow with now. Like now it's about business. Now it's about like opportunities for creation. Now it's about relationships. And these big, big moves that like they feel big, but they also feel quite doable in my system. But if I was to rewind 15 years ago and tell that version of me that this is where we would be going, she would have probably really freaked out and been like, I can't conceptualize how we get from here to there. And this is why you have and we bang on this in the club so often of like these micro shifts, because it's the micro shifts when you build them over time, you actually do a quantum leap. And I said that in air quotes, because it's not really like this instant quantum thing. It's like this progression over time that one day you wake up and you're like, oh shit, damn, I've changed. Like, oh wow, how did we get here? Like, this is fucking cool. And I'm not freaking out about it. Like, I've arrived here and now I can look at, okay, what's next? And I can vision even bigger. Like, I started writing a Vision 2025 list on my way back from this trip because I'm like, I can feel the expansion of this. And so I'm like, I'm just going to sit in that pocket and just write. And the things that I'm writing on that list, like, again, like even pre-pandemic me would have been like, blah, blah, blah. But there's been so much evolution that has happened in the last 4.5, 5 years that this just feels like the next natural step. And it doesn't feel super confronting anymore. It just feels like, oh yeah, that's where we got to go next. We're just following that flow instead of like being almost in a holding pattern, of like, I'm resisting reality. I'm resisting my evolution. And that's why you feel fucking stuck, is not because like you're failing at life. It's because you're literally resisting moving in the direction that the current of your life is trying to take you. Because it's different than perhaps like how you visioned for yourself, or it will require your expansion. It will require all of your tools online. It will require you to be an embodiment of the person that you know yourself to be deep down. End of rant.
And rant. I fucking love you. I love you. I love this so much. We really do. We resist our evolution.
Yeah.
We resist so often. I mean, I think humans are coded for predictability. And so we just have these. Once we get comfortable in something, it's like our human really wants to stay there. It's like, oh, I'm somebody who goes to bed. You know, we talk about a lot about identity in the club. I go to bed at this time. I wake up at this time. This is what I do. This is what I don't do. And we're just trying to help you sink into the fact that you're always going to be changing. So like never really becoming too attached. I love Wayne Dyer's quote of like being open to everything and attached to nothing. Because you're constantly just flowing with what is presenting itself, because there really is nothing permanent in our lives. Even if we have the illusion of permanency, it never really is permanent. It's like enjoying and riding out what's right in front of us and really squeezing the shit out of life in every moment that's presenting itself. Also trusting that as we evolve and as we grow, we'll become the versions of ourselves who can handle whatever's in front of us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of the time it's like, how am I going to handle that thing that might come in 6 months or a year if I take these actions that leads to that result? And it's like, girl, you got to trust that in that given moment, you will know exactly what to do. You'll know the decisions to make, because you will be an evolved version of yourself. If you're somebody who gets your ass to that point, you're going to have the tools. You're going to have the knowing. You're going to have the wisdom. You're going to have the knowledge, because every step along the way to get there has required you to be a different, elevated version of yourself. So that builds and compounds and compounds and compounds. And the version of you, you know, when you get there is going to know, just like you and I have evolved, the club's evolved, everything's evolved. If you had asked little fucking baby dick, me and you back
9 months ago,
9 months ago, we would have been like, yeah, so we're just gonna, I don't know, we're just gonna do this thing. It's like if you had given us all that information back then, which our minds probably wanted to know, we probably actually would have been overwhelmed to the degree where we wouldn't have taken action. Yeah. Right. This is where a lot of people want to know every little piece. Will it work out? What's this going to look like? Which again, it's just our human. We are looking to mitigate any risk and mitigate pain and mitigate rejection and all these pieces. So we want to know every little piece. But if we give you the whole story, sometimes your then version, your then identity, your then human with what it knows and what it's experienced is going to have a little fit, because it doesn't know how to handle what's coming. Whereas if you just keep moving forward step by step, day by day, following the flow, not resisting the evolution of you, your spirit, universe, God, source, whatever is going to be guiding you, our job is to stay open to it and just look at what's in front of us and be like, okay, what is this? Is this a lesson? Is this something I need to learn? Maybe it's an amazing success. Like, it's just, all of it is magic. All of it is information. If we can just trust that there's a reason to it, right? And especially in the moment, if you don't understand the reason, even better. Because it's like 6 months or 2 months or 3 days comes around, you're going to know exactly why the fuck that thing happened. Because it always is one piece that comes around. And we're like, oh, that's a person that DM'd me on fucking Instagram asking me a question six fucking years ago, and now just, you know, sign up for the club or did this. It's like in the moment we didn't know what it was.
They introduced me to my husband.
Totally, exactly, right? It's like, this is the thing. We don't know. We kind of write things off. We're kind of like, okay, that doesn't make sense right now. Write that off. This over here, I don't know, right? It's like we just, I think when we just surrender to life, that the universe is trying to show us things and evolve us into the versions that are really our like highest self-actualized selves, most conscious selves. You know, the more we are, and it's a whole other fucking topic for another day, but I just believe the more we are, which is the evolution of us, the more we become, not about going to get more, but about the unlayering of the falsities of ourselves. Like, that version is so fucking magnetic, is so bold, is so fucking untouchable and so unstoppable, because that is who God, source, universe created us to be. Yeah. Right? And so like our energy frequency, the more we evolve into us, I'm putting air quotes again, those versions, the more everything just expands and becomes way more powerful, because we're not in resistance to who we fucking are. And then our energy signature grows, our frequency grows, our Wi-Fi signals through the fucking roof. And then we have the best fucking happiest, juiciest, most on fire lives, our hot, rich, and thriving era, which is essentially what we're helping you become in the club through that process. But I mean, I don't even know how the fuck I got on that tangent, but it just felt
I don't
right.
know, but I feel like I'm going to church, so keep going.
I feel right about it. I feel right about
I
it.
feel right about it.
I think, you know what? You know what it was? I did a daily coaching club actually in Costa Rica about that, where I was teaching on it in a workshop, and then I just got this like total hit, and it was like, when we're fighting who we are, we're fighting abundance. People want more money. I'm like, become more of you then. Right? Because if you're fighting who you are, you're fighting what God intended you to be, or universe intended you to be, right? And so it's like, you know, universe is like, okay, I'm going to make this perfect, immaculate little thing. They're going to have all these interests. They're here for this. You know, I'll give you some little sizzle over here, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And then it's like, bam, I need you. Like, think about it. Like, think of our interests. Think of who we are. Think about, it always blows my mind when I see like somebody's into like mushroom picking or conservation or fucking whatever. It's like we all have, like, that would do nothing for me, right?
Right.
But for somebody else, that's their fucking jam.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I feel like, again, the more we come into the evolution of us, the more the things we're seeking so desperately fucking come back. They just like zoom into us. They're like magnetized to us, because God's like, you know, here, we're going to give you everything you need and more, but just make sure to be you. And then life's like, haha, this is a game. That wouldn't be very fun if you came in and everything was just perfect. So let's just fucking smack you up a bit and rumble you and tumble you, forget who you are. And then universe is like midlife being like, okay, we've got to bring you back.
Scavenger hunt.
Now's the scavenger hunt. We're going to bring you back with a fuck ton of wisdom. And then you're going to like step into your purpose, magnetize everything you want and more. Yet most humans are like,
Everything sucks.
Life is hard. Must escape humanity now.
Let me numb out.
Everything happens for a reason. There must be a spiritual reason. Forgive and forget. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's so fucking nuts. But like, there's so much in what you just said that is incredibly valuable and so very true. And you know, going back to that point you said about like, if you get the whole map at the start, you would never fucking start.
Never.
Like, and this is something that, you know, as I've played with this path for years, it becomes more and more true. So like, anytime that part of me comes up that's like, I need to know the entire unfolding, I'm like, no, you don't. Because if you were to know, it would freak you out. Like, the magnitude of it would freak you out so much that you would never fucking start. And that's because like, the magnitude of the vision and the path, it highlights who we're actually here to fucking be. And then we see like this massive gap between like who we're meant to be and who we're fucking being. And for a lot of people, like, those are two pretty like far away polarities. They haven't learned how to bring them closer, which again, we do that in the club. But like, as we get closer and closer and merge more and more parts, it's not that you get more of the map when you step out onto the next adventure. You just trust it. You trust the unknown of the map. You trust that whatever path you're going to take is going to lead you to that end destination. You might do a lot of off-roading. You might do a lot of side questing, but ultimately you're going to get there, which I love because it really lands. And this is a piece of wisdom that has really come through for me, is that there are no wrong moves. They're just the moves that you're going to make. And like, all paths lead to the end destination. And no matter what path I take, it's enriching my life in some way, shape, or form. And as someone who likes to fuck around and find out, like, I am the queen of off-roading and side questing. Like, I'm stubborn. I like to take my time. Like, Christine is much more like, we talk about this, like the lightning bolt, like zap. And then I like come in and like smooth it over. And that's, I think, a byproduct of our energies as well. Because you're the one that like will take like very fast action. And I'm the one who is like, no, I actually need to go down and in and like feel my way through and like actually take a lot more time and space to make a decision. And again, like, there's nothing wrong with the way that you do it, and there's nothing wrong with the way that I do it. And I love that we do it in such oppositional ways, because it shows people that wherever you are in between those two polarities is fine. Like, there's actually nothing wrong. that's your expression. That's the way you're meant to move through the world. We're not all the same. And so like we each have our own unique medicine. We each have our own unique energy signature, our own unique ways of being and experiencing the world. And like, this is probably a tangent for another day, but like, I really despise the fact that is like, there's this overarching energy that's trying to remove that and make everyone the fucking same. Like, let's have everybody look the same and everybody act the same and feel the same. I'm like, wake up! Do you see what's happening?
Well, this is why we started Club Unhinged. We had a full-blown, you and I had a fucking meltdown because we were like, the personal development industry is out of fucking control.
Out of control, and
the
not
level
in a good way.
of boredom is like 400 degrees. It's just, a lot of it is white noise. There's some brilliant people out there. And there's just a lot of fucking white noise and static and I don't know. Sure. Like, you're a man, Jen. I'm a Manny. I manifestor human design, if you're wondering what the fuck that is. We're meant to create and go leading edge and like change things and really fuck shit up and then bring new stuff and all that. Yeah. And I don't know, you and I were just like, we can't. And we have to bring authenticity back. We have to bring, even like, like you said, we go off-roading. We go off-roading on this podcast. I'm like, what was our topic again? Like,
what are we even talking about today?
What are we talking about? What's the fucking thing? All right, the evolution of you. But it's like I think just the you and I are willing to be messy, and I think that's a big permission slip. And even when the club have said that like, they come, they're like, we love your stories. We love that you're honest. We love that you guys fucking call yourselves out. We love that, like, you're with us. Like, you and I have always said in the club, we are walking all together, leading a charge of authenticity, power, like just really representing an uncaged woman who's, and that doesn't mean fucking off the rails and crashing and burning. It means like anchored deeply in her power. And
like, who are you really?
Yes, like who you are, what you came here to, to offer the world, what you came here to do, and just finding that like really lit up, thriving version of yourself, right? And through the evolution to finding yourself, there's going to be hiccups, there's going to be bumps, there's going to be times you question yourself, there's going to be all sorts of shit that comes up. That's not the problem. It's your perspective on it. It's how you view it. It's, are you willing to roll with the punches? Are you willing to, fuck around and find out a little bit? Are you willing to, every day question a little bit of what you believe to be true and, what's right and wrong and good and bad, and just be open to some of these like really like life-changing conversations, these perspectives. And, you and I are just willing to go in the arena and say, fuck it. Let's like, I don't know. I think I resisted the evolution of me so much. And once I found a version of me that I liked, quote unquote, I was like, you know what? I think I've done enough personal development. This is just hard. And I feel like I'm tired. I feel like I'm just like good. I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm just like good. And it's always that like moment when we're like fucking 2 feet from gold, right? It's like that, like, the human is just like, sometimes it's just, this is why when we created Club Unhinged, because you and I were kind of like in the trance of personal development, or at least I know I was, where personal development to me was like, you need to be doing affirmations and having 3-hour meditations and cold plunging and eating fucking microbiotics and whatever the fuck else. And so that was exhausting my system. And I think this is a really good podcast for another day. But like, just how it was like arduous. And finally, eventually when you're in this more rigid routine of quote unquote trying to find yourself and be better, you kind of hit a breaking point, or you can't hit a break point. That was like for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to have a night out with my girlfriends, and I'm going to get shit-faced. I'm going to come home drunk, and then I'm going to regret it the next day and be like, I can't parent hungover. But then like, I realized this is what you and I, again, have really, I think, brought back into perspective, is that it doesn't have to be on or off, or like good personal development girl or bad girl who doesn't. It's like, it's all fucking holy. And if you haven't listened to our tequila twerking and butt plugs episode, I think that's early on, I would highly recommend it.
Episode 3 or something.
Episode 3. But it's like, we're just talking about how like it's all, your personal development journey is your everyday fucking life. Your content does not, like I said this in the retreat as well, your content's not in the workshops. That's part of it. Your content is who the fuck you are in between the workshops.
Yes.
and how you handle the wait staff, and how you, when you go back to your room, do you start bitching about the other people, or do you actually hold yourself to a level of integrity, right? So there's these pieces that, you know, I think the evolution of us doesn't have to be this like one track personal development journey or spiritual journey. Like life is the fucking evolution. Life is evolution in motion all fucking day, every day. It's just like show up, like wake up every day. You're in the fucking game. Personal development starts now. You hit play the minute your eyes open, like play. Yeah. And that's like, who you going to be?
It's go time.
It's fucking go time.
Let's get ready to fucking rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready to rumble.
Rumble. Well, and like you make such a good point, because I think people take personal development, relational development, spiritual development, and they apply it in a way of like, okay, I'm going to be this persona in my relationships or out in the world when I'm interacting with life.
Or my Instagram reel.
And then behind closed doors, they're a little fucking demon. And like... whether they're like a demon to like their family or their partner, and then their partner's like, I don't get why you're doing all this personal development shit because it's clearly not working.
Or even better, you're like, you should do personal development, honey. And then they're like, oh yeah, because you're such a podcast. Yeah, you should really listen to this. Oh really? Yeah, because you're such a walking embodiment of you fucking psycho bitch.
Or like you maybe like in the moments that you're by yourself, you treat yourself like trash. Like you're not embodying all of those things that you learn in the personal development world if you are ragging on yourself, you're beating yourself up when you are alone. See, like this is where the split happens for a lot of people, and this is where we know that they're in that performative stage, which is a stage of development. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but you just need to know if that's where you are.
Oh, girl,
and if that's where you are, oh, same.
I love it.
I'm like, look how good I am. Our friend Dan Harrison, him and I have like this running joke that when we see each other, we're like, look how good I am. And like we do like this big, like inflamed, egoic response to each other because we used to live together. And that's how we would like greet each other to start the day, is like making fun of our shadow and like bringing it out into the arena of our living room and making jokes about it, because it was going to happen anyway. It was going to come out into our lives anyway. So we may as well do it consciously, bring some humor to it. And then it didn't have as much momentum in our day to day. And so like we want to presence these things so that you can sit with them in a way that makes it more digestible to be with the full range experience of your life. Because if you're in the stage of just trying stuff on and like it's more performative, that's okay. Because how else will you learn how to weave those things in? You have to go through that phase. But you also, it's very helpful to have awareness that you're at that phase so that you don't go on your superior high horse back home to your family and do your little preaching holier than thou shtick. And your family is like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, if they only knew who you were behind closed doors, no one would ever fucking listen to you. And what that is a reflection of the internal dialogue of how you relate to yourself. And so, again, like all of it is such important information and such important data along the journey of like really maintaining that evolution of you. And when we are in that stage of like, okay, I notice that I'm not really being that great to myself when no one else is watching. Well, that is where the work begins. Like the work is not about enrolling other people into the work. This is not a fucking MLM. Like, come on. The work is actually about embodying it for yourself so your life transforms.
I'm fucking dying right now. I'm laughing. I have two things to say. Number one, I was the queen of like workshop. I would go to like a weekend workshop and I'd be like, come home. I am so changed.
I'm so enlightened.
Not only am I so enlightened, let me tell you everything I learned, but I'm going to tell you in a way where it's basically like a backhanded way of what I'm going to tell you is what I learned, but it's everything that's wrong with you and basically what you should do So I don't need to do, again, another great thing where I'm like, I don't need to embody the work. I'm just going to tell you. Or like you go to a seminar and you're like, oh my gosh, if only my partner was here to listen to this. This is what really they need to hear. Here's the podcast link. Here's the book you need to read. And then like number one, his dick shrivels like full on.
Oh yeah. Thanks for emasculating me.
Thanks, Mom. I really can't wait to listen. We're probably going to, I just
can't wait to...
We're going to piss people off. I bet you know what? Oh, yeah. Fucking, right now, if you're triggered, I love it. And I love you. And it's like,
go get our triggers class.
Because to go get triggers 101 in our mini trainings. What I'll just say to that is that like, I'm laughing and I'm totally calling myself out because that was me. Like 100%. And it was like the self-righteous, holier than now. I've learned it in a weekend workshop, and now I'm going to tell everybody and their dog about it rather than taking the time to just embody it. So if you find yourself in that pattern, the invitation is not that you're bad or wrong. We're just playing with you here. But it's like to look at that and say, what part of me is resistant to this? Because again, like I'm going to do my own work. Like, I don't teach anything now that I haven't embodied. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sure. you and I both, if we're in the club and we're teaching something, it's because we've deeply gone through it. It's not just like a cute concept we heard on the internet. It's like, we've been this, done this, learned from it. So, yeah, I mean, the Weekend Warrior Workshop is just like a one-day event. And you're like, I learned this thing. Everyone needs to know. You can feel it. I mean, it's on social media too, right? You kind of feel it when somebody's talking about something that they're just regurgitating or really disembodied versus somebody who's really anchored in it, because there's not so much need for the production or for the noise or for the like you must change or you have to understand this. It's just there's no attachment. It's just like, this is what I've learned, this is where I'm at, and you know, pick it up if you like or fucking drop it down. There's no you know. And the second thing I just want to say is, Kelsey, you were looking so hot. Oh, I was almost cut. You were like talking, and I was like, "Oh, that was." I was almost going to stop it and be like, "Listen, I just want to talk about how hot you are right now." But I didn't want to stop the flow of the podcast, so I'm going to do it now. So I was like, I need to get on my first little rant. The second rant is just how on fire you're looking. That's all.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you very much. You know, 14 hours of sleep does the body good.
Yep.
And also, when you follow the flow of the evolution of you, something changes in how you hold and present yourself. It changes, like literally sometimes the structure of your face, like the luminosity of your skin, the twinkle in your eyes, the shimmer of your hair. Like it can even like sculpt and change your body.
Oh yeah.
Like no joke. And we see this, and this has got to be a podcast for another day, of like when you're on the path of like misalignment, it shows up in your body.
I'll write that down, Kelsey.
You better write that
one
down.
That you and I are gonna fucking riff on that, baby.
Riff on, and I have a lot to say about that one. And then when you start to get on track,
pathway to ugly is just a hop, step, and a jump from your misalignment. Nice. 2 minutes.
No, it's perfect.
That'll be a workshop. Get on
path. It'll be a workshop. Yeah, that'll be a weekend retreat.
Your pathway to a fucking ugly as shit. Just keep.
Actually, that does fit. That does fit with the idea I had about our little Nashville event. Anyway, that's for off the air. But when you get on track, when you get on your path, it shows up in how you show up in the world. So, Christine, I'm just so thankful. Thank you for that acknowledgement. I really appreciate that, and I'm receiving it fully. And I'm also taking that as confirmation around everything that just happened in the back end of my life in the last week, and like where I'm feeling directed to go and create and explore and expand. Because technically, like, my period's been late. And so, like, I have felt, like, bloated and, like, you know, when you're in the luteal and you're like, God, I feel like a fucking bag of dicks and, like, everything feels gross. And, like, and so that's the energy I was in on my trip. And I'm like, I'm not feeling the best in my body because when I have my period, it's like the flushing. Yes. It's like the releasing. And so, like, when that doesn't happen on schedule, like, I feel the impact of that. So, like, even to just get that reflection today, like, when I'm just beginning the flush is obviously very special, and thank you, and I love you. You're the best. I've missed you.
So like I just stop mid podcast. I'm like, I just need to I can't handle it. I can't continue talking to you until I let you know how hot you are.
Oh, I love you so much. So much. Any final words of wisdom on stop resisting the evolution of you that you want to leave them with today?
Whenever I'm resisting the evolution of me, and it's usually when I'm taking myself seriously, and I'm like usually either locked up in survival mode, or I'm cranky, or I haven't like acknowledged myself. I feel like I'm not within intimacy with myself. I'm sort of like feel like it's usually when haven't been checking with myself, and that's when I get kind of cranky. And if I'm cranky, then I'm usually stopping the flow of life. I'm in resistance to what is, because I can't be with it, because I'm like, there's so much stuff taking up my energy. But I find a helpful little trick of when you're doing this. I mean, number one, obviously, just come into the club or be in Kelsey and I's world, because we will really fucking remind you of who you are and what you're here for, and the path to your biggest evolution, your biggest, hottest, juiciest, fucking thriving life is through the non-resistance and through just meeting everything you are currently. And I think that's something we do really well in the club. Is like, moment will come, they'll be like, well, what about this? And we're like, still worthy. This, still worthy. In fact, we love you more because of it. Yeah, and like that opening up is so powerful. So come in the daily coaching club, come in mini training, come when the club opens again, like just be in our world, because we do promise like we're going to fucking keep reminding you of who you are. You can't go conscious and sleep at the wheel anymore. But also just remembering that like, we're like, look up at the stars tonight. You guys, we're living on a fucking middle of space, on a giant rock. A space rock floating in the middle of fucking space, rotating around a ball of fucking fire with like 8 gazillion fucking plants and animals, and everyone's unique and everyone has a purpose and everyone interlocks. Or like the fact that a woman's body knows how to just fucking create a little penis or a little eye or ball or like lungs. Like, it's shit like that where you really are humble to like, it's magic. Life makes no fucking sense. Your problems are not problems. Like, they may feel like problems, but like, we have to remember, you guys, we're in essentially like a fucking virtual reality game right now. It's all made up. And at the end of your life, you're going to realize that. You're going to remember, right? When you get when the clock strikes and it's fucking your time and the sand and the hourglass is out, you're going to go back and be like, oh my God, shit. Why did I resist life trying to life me? Like, life loves you, and life is trying to move you always in the flow and in the direction of positivity, of healing, of, think of your body, like it's always trying to heal itself. The minute it gets injured, it tries to heal. So like, life is like essentially scooping us up and trying to take us in the direction. It's just the packages might not look the way we anticipated, or the route to get there. But like, if you just trust you're being led, you get to let go a bit and be like, okay, my job is just to move with things as they come, not resist it, and get curious around your life and the things that are presenting themselves. And some things will surprise and delight you and blow your fucking mind. And then some of them will be not what you wanted, but they have like a key and unlock to your next evolution, to your purpose, to your power, to whatever it is. So you just basically need to lean the fuck back and stop being such a spaz and just like have fun, and just remember that like, you came here to have fun. You didn't come here to just fucking sit around and bitch and be like,
no,
like right?
No.
Like, that's not the purpose. No. That's not the vibe. So
it's not the vibe at all. And honestly, like, nothing great gets created in that bitchy, complainy about life. Like, sure, acknowledge when things are shit.
Yes.
But like, if you steep in it, if you like hang out in the fucking swamp, well, you're only going to meet more swamp dwellers. And the thing about swamp dwellers is they aren't creating possibility in the world.
No.
They just aren't. Like, they are here to like create more mud and more muck and more swampy shit. And so if you know that you are here to generate more beauty, more life, more expansion into the fabric of humanity, then you have to get yourself out of the fucking swamp. And I think the best way to do that is to come into the daily coaching club, to be honest, because you can't come into the main club right now. The main club is closed, so you can't come in. But if you really want to get out of the swamp and you're like, fuck, like, it's going to be a couple months till I can get in the club, great, fine. Get in the daily coaching club, because that's your daily dose of inspiration, of a reminder of who the fuck you are, so you can't go unconscious. You can't go do a fucking mud bath in the swamp. Like, and that's not good mud to be mudding in, by the way.
No.
Like, we want you out of there. And so come in to the Daily Coaching Club. It's a daily podcast feed. It literally, you can listen to it on the same feed that you're listening to this one on. It's a no fucking brainer. The price is going up in the start of the new year. So get into it now. You have 3 more weeks to get it at the price that it's at, which is $30 a month. Insane.
30 to 31 episodes a month.
Yeah.
2 to 10 minutes in your fucking inbox every single day. It is like constant. It's like us coaching you essentially in your
Every
ear.
day.
Little prompts, things to be thinking about. I mean, people are obsessed with it. They're just, it's like such a good value. So, and listen, you don't want to be hanging out with other swamp donkeys. You need to get the fucking out. You need to get your shit out of there. Get out of the swamp.
Get out of there.
No more crabs in the
out of
bucket.
there.
Get
No
out.
more swamp donkeys. And that is a wrap for today. We love you. Also, if you want to come into our mini training for the month of December, that is happening as well. You can find that in the show notes. We are talking about boundaries and having actually a stress-free holiday. Like, that's not just like the thing of fairy tales. Like, it's actually a thing that you can do. And we're going to teach you how to do that in our mini training this month. So go get that. And we'll be back next week with something amazing and fantastic. And we love you.
Love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating. And we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.